In the quiet aftermath of a collapsing empire, when the echoes of the Soviet Union were still fading across vast, snowy lands, a small yet powerful symbol was born, the 1997 Russian 5-ruble coin. This coin was not just metal, it was a statement, a reset, a whisper of a new beginning. Hello everyone, welcome to Old World Coins Vault. Here we bring you the oldest, the rarest, and the most mysterious coins from around the world. Do you want to know which coin is worth millions? Which coin is hiding one of history's biggest secrets? And which coin looks ordinary today, but could make you rich tomorrow? So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's open the Old World Coins Vault. The year 1991 changed everything. The Soviet Union dissolved, leaving behind 15 independent countries. Russia, the largest of them all, suddenly had to redefine itself, politically, economically, and culturally. For a few years, the country struggled. Inflation soared. Old Soviet currency lost value rapidly. People carried stacks of money just to buy basic food. Trust in the financial system was weak. Then came 1997. A turning point. The Russian government, along with the Central Bank of Russia, decided to stabilize the economy. One major step was the currency redenomination plan for 1998. But before that, new coins and banknotes were designed, including the 5-ruble coin of 1997. This coin was part of a new monetary identity. The 5-ruble coin was minted in Russia's two historic mints, Moscow Mint, MMD, St. Petersburg Mint, SPMD. These mints have centuries of history, dating back to the times of Russian emperors. Skilled engravers, designers, and engineers worked carefully to create coins that reflected the new Russia, modern yet deeply rooted in tradition. On the front side of the coin, you see a majestic double-headed eagle. But this is not just any eagle. This symbol dates back hundreds of years to the Russian Empire. It represents power, unity, and vision, looking both east and west at the same time. Interestingly, the eagle on this coin is simpler than the imperial version. It has no crown, no scepter, no orb. Why? Because Russia in 1997 was not an empire anymore. It was finding a new identity, somewhere between its imperial past and democratic future. Above the eagle, you'll find the words Bank Rossii, Bank of Russia, and below, the year 1997. This tells you clearly, this coin belongs to the new era. Flip the coin and you'll see something softer, more artistic. At the center is the number, 5 below it, Ruble, rubles. But what truly stands out is the ornamental floral design, elegant vines and leaves curling around the number. This design is inspired by classical Russian art and architecture. It symbolizes growth, renewal, beauty in simplicity. After years of economic chaos, this design quietly says, Russia is growing again. This coin was created for three main reasons. Economic stability. Russia needed a reliable currency system after years of inflation. National identity. The country wanted symbols that represented modern Russia, not Soviet ideology. Practical use. Coins like 5 rubles were necessary for everyday transactions, buying bread, tea, transport. This coin became part of daily life for millions of people. Even though it may not be worth millions in money, its historical value is priceless. Imagine a shopkeeper in 1998 holding this coin for the first time, a child buying candy with it, a worker earning it after a long day. This coin witnessed a nation rebuilding itself. It carries the silent story of struggle, hope, and transformation. Winter, 1998. Snow covered the streets of Moscow. The cold wind whispered through narrow alleys, and people walked quickly, hands buried deep in their coats. Inside a small grocery shop, an old man stood at the counter. His hands trembled slightly as he placed a few coins on the wooden surface. Among them was the 5-ruble coin of 1997. The shopkeeper picked it up, glanced at the double-headed eagle, and nodded. It was new, unfamiliar, yet it carried a strange sense of trust. For the first time in years, people began to feel that money had meaning again. But history is never simple. In August 1998, just 1 year after this coin was minted, Russia faced a massive financial crisis. The ruble collapsed, banks closed, savings disappeared overnight. The same coin that symbolized hope suddenly became part of uncertainty, yet people still used it. Why? Because even in crisis, daily life continues. Bread must be bought, transport must be paid. Children still want sweets. This coin survived one of the toughest economic moments in modern Russian history. Years passed, coins changed hands, traveled through cities, villages, markets, and pockets. But collectors, those who see stories in metal, began to notice something special. Not all 1997 5-ruble coins are identical. Some have wide rims, thicker borders, slight differences in the leaf patterns, variations between Moscow, MMD, and St. Petersburg, SPMD, mint marks. These tiny differences, almost invisible to ordinary people, became valuable to collectors. A simple coin turned into a subject of study, comparison, and passion. In the age of the internet, stories spread fast. Videos began claiming, "This coin is worth millions." Check your pocket. You might be rich. But here's the truth grounded in reality. No verified sale of a 1997 5-ruble coin has reached millions. Most high-value listings online are misleading or fake expectations. Real collectors value authenticity, rarity, and condition, not hype. Still, the dream remains. And maybe that's part of the magic. Think about everything this coin has seen. The fall of an empire, the birth of a new Russia, economic collapse and recovery, millions of human lives moving forward. This coin has no voice, yet it tells a story louder than words. It reminds us that value is not always measured in money. Sometimes value lies in history, survival, and memory. A normal 1997 5-ruble coin is not rare, in average condition worth 10 to 100 US. In excellent, uncirculated condition, 200 to 2,000 US. However, some rare varieties can be valuable. Coins with mint errors, coins with wide rim variations, special mint differences. These can sometimes sell for $4 to $5 million plus depending on collectors. If you ever hold a 1997 Russian 5-ruble coin in your hand, pause for a moment. Look closely at the eagle. Trace the curves of the floral design. And imagine, how many hands has it passed through? How many stories has it silently carried? Because in the end, this is not just a coin. It is a time capsule, a small piece of a nation's journey through chaos,